Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Vage. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning, morning. I'm good. I'm not in the path of the hurricane. I need to see what the hell damage happened last night over in Florida, and Bitcoin certainly took the damage, which is weird because the stock market had a massive rally yesterday, and Bitcoin did the exact opposite. So we're gonna try to dissect that and see what it means now that the CPI numbers are out.
Well, mate, without any further ado, please take us through it. What are you seeing?
All right. Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, fuck,
Okay.
it, why not? You got more clarity than I got.
All right. I won't go that far. All right, the CPI numbers came in and they came in higher than expected. You see that the CPI for the month came in at zero point 0.2 versus expectation of zero point 0.1. We are, of course, splitting hairs here. If we actually open the CPI report, I actually haven't opened the CPI report yet, so we're going to do it together. Here it is, 0.02 for September. And what I am interested in is this number, 2.4% over the last 12 months, not seasonally adjusted. So another way to look at it is if we go to FRED, which is the federal database, FRED CPI. Oh, what the hell is that? That's new. FRED CPI, US. Oh, get rid of this thing.
Yeah, just hit that.
There we go. If you look at FRED, but this is historical CPI in one direction because it only goes up. Inflation never goes down. We go to edit graph. We go to uh, monthly is fine. We select percent change from year ago. Bam, there it is. That's what we're looking for here. And now we're going to zoom in. Jesus. And we can see right there 2.4%. So technically speaking, this is the lowest CPI we've had, even though the monthly, month over month, beat expectation. You can see that we broke support on the CPI at 3% a few months ago, back in June, and the year-over-year inflation continues to decelerate. Now, we still have 2.5% inflation, 2.4 to be exact, from one year to the next. And remember, the Fed's target is just 2%. So we are almost at the Fed's target. Now, the Fed couldn't keep that target of 2% for, a nice 3-year stretch, but you can see that this last tick versus the tick prior to that, the August, is 2.6. And right now we're at 2.4. So inflation is going down, even though inflation was higher than expected. Now let's go take a look at the markets. I'm actually going to start with.
I just have to jump in and let you know I closed my trade out that I was in, my long
Oh,
position, about 4 minutes ago when you were in the middle of
oh,
that conversation. So I am in no
okay.
trade. We'll talk about that in a minute. The price was approximately exactly where it is right now. So all good. We can continue.
Okay, cool. This is the weekly chart of the stock market. Let's go and take a look. If I go to the daily chart of the stock market, you can see what an awesome day we had yesterday. And remember what I said yesterday. If the stock market rallies the rest of the day, make sure you get out after 2 p.m. or around 2 p.m. Because no one wants to hold this thing through an unknown, crazy economic news release. And here we are today with a big down gap. So you can see what time the market topped yesterday. If we go to the 1 hour chart, it actually topped at the very end. Here's the 11:30 candle. So why is it 11:30? Oh yeah, that's right, because it's so 2 p.m. was around here, right before the big drop. So getting out before 2 p.m. was definitely the smart play. Ignore the fact that it goes up in the last hour because this is what happens this morning. The stock market is, of course, on an MRI top, which is a consolidated top, even though today marked the top. I am looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction or more consolidation before more upside. Now let's head over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to pull back. With the show I did with Mark, I believe on Tuesday, was it Tuesday or Monday? I don't know, one of those 2 days.
Tuesday. Socrates Monday. Tuesday was Mark Wood.
Socrates Monday and Mark on Tuesday. I said that I had a 60% chance that this low of 59.8 or whatever it was last week, that this low had a 60% chance this low was going to stay. I'm super surprised we fell so much yesterday, considering how much the stock market went up yesterday. Today, the stock market is down, and of course, Bitcoin is also down. Today, where are we right now? We are smack in the middle of my box where I would not be entering a trade. We're actually at the worst part of the box because we are straight up double bottoming versus early October. I'm perfectly okay with that. I really would like to buy Bitcoin at 59,000. Remember, last time it was going to be 58,000. Now it's 59,000. Unfortunately, the MRI is not very helpful to me right now. I would need like 7, 8 more days of downside in order to get an MRI buy. And if that happens, we are going below this green line. However, as I stated yesterday, this green line has so much variability that it's really not a big deal. If I do get a chance to buy an MRI buy on the daily around 57, 58,000, that becomes my perfect trade. The later in October that happens, the more perfect the trade. We are definitely due for a nice pump to new all-time highs later this year. And later this year is running out of time. Therefore, the sooner I get any kind of clean entry into Bitcoin, that becomes a beautiful trade. Allocation will stay at 60%. I'm not too concerned on this. And the next couple of candles going up even a little bit will absolutely flip all the moving averages in the proper direction. Short-term chart looks absolutely terrible, but the 10 a.m. reversal is here in 5 minutes, so we will keep an eye on that. All right, Matt, that's it for me. Coming back to you and take us through what you did.
Yeah, thanks, Tone. Just before you're about to sneeze, let's cut it on to me. Please like, subscribe, please share with your friends. Use the affiliate links in the description below. Tomorrow we've got a big announcement, which hang out for tomorrow's announcement. It's going to be fantastic. It's a blowfin announcement, so that's really great for you US guys and British guys. I'm going to go through the charts right now. From the way I see it, I think it's pretty much spot on what we said last night, that this is sort of the liminal space, which is a non-trade zone, really. And I'm guilty of making the trade. So this blue line at 60,530, which Tone will confirm, obviously, that I did take the trade on. I'm going to go down to the lower time frames and build my way up. So I'll go to the 4-hour time frame to start with. I took this trade, hell, was it last night or this morning? Can't remember. Down here, because I had a really good just like stop loss in place, which I thought, like, if we break this double bottom pattern right here, I don't want to see this go lower than, let's call it 60,200. Bang. So as we were crashing down, I was like, I'll take a punt on this trade. And it worked out nice as a nice trade, except for it did exactly what Bitcoin likes to do. It came exactly back and touched on the 7 simple moving average here, and then started to get rejected. That's why I pulled the trade at 60,700, which might turn into a dud. But if I go to a lower time frame, you'll see why I did that. I thought when this new fresh 4-hour candle, the fresh 12-hour candle opened, that we would get I thought we would get this. This is as soon as the candle opened. This is right here, the 4-hour and the 12-hour candle opening. Bang. When we came down, I stayed in the trade. I thought, brilliant. No problem. And as we worked back our way back up, I thought, brilliant, even better. We had the initial crash for the first hour into the new 12-hour period, the new 4-hour period. Brilliant. But this candle here scared the hell out of me, and got me out of the trade. When this started to come back down, now we're looking at the 15-minute time frame right now. I don't like this at all right now. I mean, this could recover, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. But for the trade that I was in from this blue line, I liked that. I loved that and hated that. That that scared me. This scared me right here. So we'll see. If this recovers, so be it. It's a 10 a.m. reversal. Why not? Why not scare old Matt out of the trade with this one? But I can always get back in at a higher point. I took 2% out on the trade. So let's go. Let's move up the time frame right now to the daily. Um, Look, yesterday was a shocker, and we closed below all four of the alpha numerics moving averages: the 200, the 30, the 7, the 50, and we closed down here. But we didn't get below 59,800. So if this recovers from here, we might be able to call this a higher low. I don't like the MRI count on this daily time frame at all. And it makes total sense to me that we can get a spook up to touch the 7 simple moving average and the 30 here, and let's call it 61, nearly 62, and then plateau off. And maybe today's a good day, and then tomorrow's a shocker. But we can get into this zone here, which I really want to get into, as long as we stay above this point right here. So it's just that same thing. Can we print a higher low in this period right here, scare the hell out of everyone, get to 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, but put in a really strong higher low and then recover? Or do we recover from here? I don't know, but I don't like closing a daily time frame below all four moving averages on alphanumerics. That's where we're sitting right now. Tomorrow is the last show we'll do for the week, but let's just review the week as it stands right now. We just came back and retested the 7 simple moving average, which is good, except for if we close down here, next week's MRI count is going to flip the count, and we start to get negative again. Uh, it's just willing itself to get back to 56 and retouch the bottom of that channel that Tone had drawn in, the bottom, to retouch the 50 simple moving average here. It just looks like it's willing itself. As I said all week, this is my second show for the week, but as I've said for a very, very, very long time right now, this line, and I'll keep this in here, and the modified loose SAR, this is your show right here. This is where you're gonna get some chop. I don't know. I'd be real interested in having another crack at a lower point in here, or I'm very interested up here. But this is where you get chopped to death. Tone, any thoughts on that?
Well, that remains that, no trade zone. I'm not
Yeah,
happy about it. I don't really want to see us go to that yellow moving average, whatever it is. Nope, not on there. That one.
50. That's
I
a
don't want to
50.
see us
Yeah.
go to that yellow moving average because then we are way too close to the triple bottom, and I don't want to see that. So hopefully, if it does get to that yellow moving average, it does it very slowly over like 3 candles. And then that moving average is not at, 55, it's closer to
58.
57 and a half.
Yeah.
Then it's perfectly okay. I mean, that's kind of like the only hope right now. As for the more short-term stuff, yeah, man, you pulled your trade right at the 10 a.m. reversal, so you should have stuck around a little bit for another 5 to 10 minutes. And right
Seconds.
now, it is looking like a clean 10 a.m. reversal.
Yeah, look, I have zero qualms about that. I wasn't letting the trade rules, I don't let the winning trades run into losers, and it looks like I did. I closed the trade out there. Bad, right? But we'll see how this day plays out. I would be much more comfortable buying here than I am staying in this trade here and letting this eat me away to this there. And I think
Yeah,
that's a
just a quick note for the 10 a.m. reversal traders. I'm gonna grab the screen share
yep.
right now. This
Please.
is a tricky one, but keep in mind, off the open, we gap down 13 and a half points. That's substantial. Then the best thing ever happens, it continues to go down off the open for a total of 25 points. That's a 25-point gap that the stock market has a chance to recover the
Yep.
rest of the day. So it sets up a beautiful 10 a.m. reversal. The problem is the reversal candle, this is the 5-minute version of the candle. The 5-minute candle begins going up at 9:50. Now, 950 is within margin of error for a 10 a.m. reversal. The problem is you don't have a reversal candle. And that makes it very, very tricky as to when to enter the trade. When would I have entered the trade? I would have entered the trade on the second half of that giant candle. So my entry is somewhere here. I'd have to go to maybe the 1-minute scale to be more specific where my entry would likely be. And if this right here is the 949 candle, this candle beats that reversal candle on the 1 minute, but I don't trade the 1 minute. So it's more likely I am entering this candle here, the 952 candle, that is breaking now 1, 2, the third consecutive swing high, which probably hasn't happened at any point on the 1 minute chart so far. So that is the entry. And what is the risk on a trade like this? The risk is 6 points. So at which point are we making 6 points? Bam. We are making 6 points over here. That is 1, 2, 3 minutes later, we're making 6 points. And that's when you got to set your break-even stop loss. And it depends how break-even you made it. And it's possible you are still in this reversal trade unless you made your break-even stop loss, hefty, or you raised that break-even stop loss after you were making 10 points. You raised it above a 3-point gain, then you got stopped out. So that is really up to the trader. I'm just here to help you enter the trade. What you do with it after is up to you. If this was me, it's very likely I have taken profit on half my trade and the other half the trade is still hanging around. But I can't guarantee that because I didn't trade it. All right, that's it. Not much to say on oil and not much to say on gold. So I am good.
Yeah, thanks, Tone. Look, I'm really excited to see where this week ends. If it's going to be a dud week or we can recover from here, I don't know. And that's why I'm taking these wild punts when we crash or if we break out. But I'm really hesitant to try and catch midterm positions. I am really, really concerned about it. Looking at Bitcoin right now, totally fine with closing that trade. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you the same time tomorrow night. Happy Thursday. Have a great day. Thanks, Tone.
Bye, guys.